Hey, it's your boy Justin, J.Varizzle Fisher. And if you watch the homemade deer attractant video, this is going to be a follow-up to that. You know, if you follow the channel, if you watch the episode, if you haven't watched that episode, then this might not make a whole lot of sense to you. I'll put a link in the description and I'll put a card on the video that'll take you back to that one. You can watch that one first, and then we'll see where we're at now. So for those of you that have seen it, you know I made the homemade deer attractant using the Jello and the Kool-Aid and the baking soda and the salt. This concoction that I had seen on the internet, and it's been sitting for 2 weeks now. So I decided to come out here. I'm going to pull the card on the trail cam, and I'm going to check the area of where the attractant is, where I usually set my corn out, just to see if I can tell if there's been any activity there at all. So like I said, it's been sitting for 2 weeks now. It has rained a little bit, so I imagine that it could be a little congealed at this point. Full disclosure, I did come out here last week, so it had been sitting for about a week. I came out here, I pulled the card on the camera, took it back to the house, looked at the videos that I had from deer activity, and I just kind of checked the area out. I won't give away exactly right now what I saw. I'm going to attach some deer cam footage, some trail cam footage of the deer activity on the video so you guys can see kind of what's going on as well. But I figure with it being sitting 2 weeks now, it's a good time just to go check it. And if there has been activity, it's been sitting long enough for them to have found it. So we're going to take a walk down there, and I'm going to pull the card, and then we'll see what the ground looks like. We'll see if anything's messed with the deer attractant at all. All right, thanks. I'll give you a look at the angle that you're actually going to see from the footage. This is the only camera that I have set up to record video. The other camera that I have is on a tree back there that faces the corn from another direction, but this is the angle that you're going to see from the trail cam video. All right, here we go with the trail cam video, and you can see the doe milling around there, and she's not focused on the attractant at all. She's looking at the corn. Doe again, looking around. Still focused on the corn. That's where the corn is, and it's whole corn right now. Couple does now. Not really interested in the attractant. Coming in. Got another one. See another set of eyes back there. How many deer do you see? Well, there's 3 of them. Got spooked. Boing. And then one of them just sits there, just stands there, doesn't get scared. There's Mr. Sly Fox moving on in, seeing if he can get anything. Got a whole herd of doe. A little bit of rain going on, doesn't seem to affect them. Once again, no activity with the attractant. Still focused on that corn. Cautiously looking around. There's a doe moving around. Got a little water on the lens there. There's the whole herd's back, trying to get some munch on. Still no activity at the attractant. Are you looking at me? Meander on in here and eat me some corn. Not messing with the attractant. Don't want anything to do with that. Corn's getting a little lower now. Picking off the edges. Oh, what's that? We got a horn. Glowy eyes. Going straight to the corn. Not paying attention to the attractant. Spy point got her. Looks like he's got one horn broken off. It looks like he's only got one. Hard to tell, but I don't know. Yeah. See what we got going on here. Just checking the area out. Another one moving through. Still, nobody has gone even close to the attractant. Going for the corn. Yep. Munching on the exterior. Probably going straight for the corn too. Couple does in there. That's about the closest we've seen to the attractant. It's off to their right, just by that small tree, sitting on top of the log. Still nothing. Tension's peaked up, but they're hovering around the corn, nowhere near the attractant. A couple more meandering in. Well, just checking that corn out. Still not going for the attractant. Spy point got her. Another doe checking things out. Looking at the camera, munching on some corn. Spy point picture. Look at that ear pop up there. She's checking out the camera. Got another whole herd in there. Still not focused on the attractant at all. Don't seem to care about it. Too busy eating the corn. I don't know about y'all, but this is looking like a buck. All right, if you remember from the last video, if you saw the last video, you know this is the area where I typically drop corn. And my stand is, I hit it with the rangefinder the other night when I was sitting out here, 70 yards. It's a 70-yard shot. So, I mean, you can see where the ground has been completely tore up from where I normally drop my corn. And going over to how we set up, you know, I don't know if I showed you last time, but I moved the log a little bit from where it was. And, you know, I really don't, I can't tell if the attractant, just by looking at it here, was working. This could obviously be from rainfall. It does not look like they've messed with the mineral block at all. It's not, you know, chewed up, it's not dissolved. It's pretty much, aside from getting rained on, in the same condition that it was. So I don't really think anything's messed with that. I will tell you now that when I came out here a week ago and took a look at this thing, and you can kind of see it now where there's still corn in this area, right? So a week ago, it looked like they had not messed with this at all. As a matter of fact, they ate all the corn that was in this area and along the trail that leads to it, but they didn't really eat the corn that was around the attractant. It was almost like the attractant had a reverse effect. It was almost like a deterrent rather than an attractant. So after it sitting for 1 week, I really didn't see any activity with it at all. And when I pulled the camera, you know, I'll put the footage on the video, but you can see deer in here messing around, eating the corn. It doesn't look like any of them ever went over to this log at all. I don't know what this second week has, so we'll have to see what that has on camera. But in addition to that, when I came out here a week ago, right in, well, there it is right there. You can see that looks like a scrape, and I'm not exactly sure if that was from deer or if it was from another animal, but it could be a deer scrape. But right here, I put a full bag, I just dumped a full bag of the Big & J apple blend deer attractant that I picked up at Tractor Supply. So I added some corn in the area a week ago, and I dropped this Big & J, and it looks like they may have messed with the Big & J at least more so than they did the homemade deer attractant. So I'm gonna drop some more corn while I'm out here. I might as well. It looks like they've pretty much eaten the 50 pounds that was out here prior, and I'll get the card up to the house and start looking at the videos, and we'll see for ourselves if the deer ever messed with the homemade deer attractant at all. But I gotta tell y'all right now, it's kind of looking like a bust. I'm not really, I mean, I don't have a lot of investment in it anyway. It was only less than $10 to make, or around that $10 mark. So I'm not really out any money, just trying to find something to bring these deer in from my neighboring competing food sources on properties next to me. All right, so I'm a little bit of an idiot, y'all. I didn't hit the right setting on the trail cam. I went one click too far, so it passed my video setting and went to a custom photo setting. So this is just going to be a lot of still shots spliced together. Looks almost like a video, but you can see from the still shots even, you won't see a deer really get close to that attractant at all. Their focus is solely on the corn, and it's just regular old whole kernel corn that I got at Tractor Supply. There's nothing special to it, no scent, nothing apple, just regular corn. But they'll meander around, and that's the closest to the attractant I've seen them. Still waiting for a picture of that buck to come back. It's the only buck that we've seen, that little one horn or cow horn looking thing. That's a spike. Got some turkeys. They want in on the action. Come get them some corn, but of course they don't care about the attractant either. They won't be here in March, I guarantee you that. March, April, May, them turkeys will be gone. That's what happens every year. They're here in the fall and the winter, but they move on. Yeah, they're close to it now. I mean, they might be messing with it actually, but it's taken a long time to get to this point. I mean, this is deep into the second week, and they haven't really messed with it. What do y'all think about that spike or that cow horn? Think I should take him, cull him, or let him go and see if he grows a better set of horns next year? He's a young buck, so there's a good chance he'll sprout better horns, better antlers. There's one right there. We'll see how it goes. All right, one other thing that I'm going to do while I'm out here is there's a big debate over what kind of corn is best, whole corn, cracked corn. So I just threw a bag of whole corn out there, and I'm going to use the Tractor Supply cracked corn and make a couple piles of that and just see if there's any difference between the whole corn or the cracked corn, if the deer have any preference. So we'll check that out too. Might as well. It's kind of an ongoing experiment.